The Vikings hate the Packers so much that they refuse to win a Lombardi trophy. How sad is that? Well, we got the bye, guys. On to the show.
Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Check it out now, the Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Check it out now, the Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Check it out now, the Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, about now, about now, about now.
What is poppin', y'all? It is your man, Cloudboy Bales, and welcome to another episode of Wisco Sportswear. As a Packer fan, obviously, the next 3 weeks I can relax, very well knowing we got the bye, and there's still one more week left of the regular season. I mean, I can't believe it. It's hard to believe that this is already, like, true to like, think about, but from the looks of it, this was a game the Packers obviously knew they had to win regardless of anything. Obviously, as we saw earlier, Dallas ended up Dallas ended up losing against the Arizona Cardinals at home. The memes about Dak and his playoff struggles are about to come alive again, and yeah, that's a huge win for Arizona, because obviously all we needed to do was win, and especially with a quarterback like Sean Mannion starting for today's game because Kirk Cousins caught COVID. Pretty much this game in the cold on Sunday Night Football with Aaron Rodgers, this game just obviously had to do everything with being able to accomplish so much. Looking at it today, I think you got a lot to really think about. You got a lot to think about, but you know what? It's interesting. Geez, I'm trying to think of all the funny things that have really came out of this season. We started, remember the first game of the year, getting blown out by the Saints and all that, and then all of a sudden now look at us. Who would have thought? Not me. Final score of today was 37-10. If I had to really pick an MVP in today's game, I really have to go with Aaron Rodgers. I mean, there wasn't really a player that really had a star-studded performance. I mean, we saw Aaron Rodgers really do his thing, but, you know, he was good. Aaron Rodgers did some good things. Jones and Dillon really provided so much of the run game because Minnesota's defense really couldn't do anything. We also saw Devontae Adams and Allen Lazard really look comfortable with the playing. Devondre Campbell had another unbelievable day tackling, and Preston Smith did apply a lot of pressure on Mannion that really did help. Also, we saw some special teams for the first time, which is pretty nice, as David Moore was recently signed. He actually had a 21-yard punt. That's the longest the Packers have had on a special teams punt. Who would have thought? Not me. But it's what matters. The best thing that we saw was the smash mouth football. We just pretty much provided so much, and I think this was overall our best performance of the season. Special teams actually played good, no injuries. I think that's obviously thing to really stay. The only thing that I thought was a little bit upsetting about the game was the way we started. We could have, I believe, scored more points in this game, starting slow, of course, kicking 2 field goals to start this game. I feel like we could have gotten a lot more fast-paced later on, and this could have been a higher blowout, but it's whatever. 13-3. Matt LaFleur, honestly, that's the best record for a head coach under his first 3 years, which is insane. We're undefeated at home in 2021, the #1 seed in the NFC. People gotta go through us, and that is what's gonna matter. Anyways, Great performance by everyone. Obviously, I'll go over the stats. LaFleur is obviously the most winningest coach. Honestly, if I got to give credit, I'll have to give the game ball to him, really, honestly. I know I had to give this to a player, and if I had to give it to a player, I got to give it to our running game for really providing so much of our offense. But Packers, being 13-3, LaFleur's got the most wins of any head coach in his first seasons of his career in NFL history. Nothing better than a brutal cold game at Lambeau Field, especially one that's like, that. And with that, not seeing the Vikings, who, they got a good offense, we know that, but not seeing them get eliminated from the playoffs, I think is great to see, even though I feel bad for some Vikings fans, because, to be honest, I think they got a little bit robbed this year. But the Packers, they're with the how banged up they are. Rodgers can rest the toe. Adams can also rest. Kenny Clark can rest. Jari Alexander, he can come back eventually. Zadarius Smith comes back eventually. David Bakhtiari comes back eventually. Randall Cobb. Even Josh Myers. It's insane that we're going to get these guys all back to start the playoffs. And it's pretty insane. The offensive line, shout out to them. They played outstandingly well. I got to love what we've seen. And you know what? It's crazy how things have gone. Great way to start the year for the Packers. I'll get with the stats. Aaron Rodgers went 29 out of 38, 288 yards and 2 touchdowns, as well as 2 carries for 8 yards. Aaron Jones had 8 carries for 76 yards and 5 catches for 30. A.J. Dillon had 14 carries for 63 yards, 2 touchdowns, as well as 2 catches for 20 yards. A couple carries for Patrick Taylor, kind of made some good plays. Davante Adams, 11 catches for 136 yards and a touchdown. He officially passes his own record of single-season receptions. Unbelievable stat line. You got to respect that. Lazard, 6 catches for 72 yards and a touchdown. Pretty epic. And then everyone else kind of made some plays throughout really well. No turnovers, but Devondre Campbell led the way, 8 tackles. 7 of them solo, and including a tackle for loss. Jandon Sullivan, also a tackler for loss. Preston Smith, a sack. Garshawn Gary, also with a sack. Saw some yards actually being used on the punt returns, which was great. Crosby was 3 out of 3 on the day from field goals, 4 out of 4 from extra points. Only had to punt the ball twice, and I think it's great. And also we saw Jordan Love get some playing time. He only went 2 out of 4 for 19 yards and 2 carries for 9 yards. But you know what? It's great to really see all that. On the Minnesota side, Sean Mannion had to start due to COVID Cousins. 22 carries, 36 yards, 189 yards, 1 touchdown, and 2 carries for 14 yards. Mond also got a little set, but he actually got so bad, he actually got benched for Mannion again. So, you know what? That sucked for him. Dalvin Cook, only rusher, 9 carries, 13 yards, and 3 catches for absolutely nothing. Justin Jefferson led the day, 6 catches for 58 yards. KJ Osborne had 3 for 50 and the touchdown, only touchdown of the day for Minnesota. Conklin, 5 for 47. Garrett Bradbury actually had an unbelievable play that really gave them their touchdown, a deflected pass. And Garrett Bradbury made an immaculate reception and took that 21 yards. That was pretty the only exciting offensive play Minnesota really had. Eric Kendricks and Anthony Barr and Xavier Woods really were the providing tackles. Eric Kendrick, Anthony Barr, 9 tackles apiece. Harrison Smith and Xavier Woods both had 8. And obviously this is a great way to really... Officially, this is the end of Rodgers' regular season, because next week, Rodgers probably won't play. He'll rest the toe. Adams probably won't play. Kenny Clark probably won't play. Guys could probably work themselves in. And I think it's nice to see Jordan Love get another chance. Like it or not, if this game probably won't even matter, I love to see Love get some more confidence, and hopefully he can really grow as a player. Obviously, that's what next week is for. And honestly, there really isn't much to talk about other than, Packers winning, Dallas losing. The Buccaneers somehow pull out a miraculous win against the Jets, and AB, Antonio Brown, goes crazy and quits middle of the game, takes off his jersey and leaves. That was probably the craziest day. The memes are everywhere. Couple good wins for Buffalo. A lot of teams were clinching playoffs today, and there's some that really have yet to prove some things. Of course, There are some games next week that do have yet to be determined, so I'm probably going to wait until everything is flexed until I come out with my schedule prediction. With my schedule prediction, I probably will be going more in depth on the games that really matter, on the ones that are like teams that are eliminated or teams that really have nothing to play for next week. Obviously, I'll go skim past those, so it will probably be a quicker video. But obviously, we're ready to see what happens. And of course, as always, I gotta be happy about this, but we win. That's what matters. Go Pack, go. Hopefully this gets uploaded tonight. I've been having uploading issues, but we'll see. If you don't see this till tonight, you probably will see this tomorrow, because most of you will probably be in bed. But anyways, as always, stay safe and be smart. It's a crazy world out there. Be safe. That's what's most important. Go Pack, go. Have a great night. Take care.